Hi, Jessica. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Dana. Hi, Jessica. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Dana. Hi, Sylvia Leando. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Dana. Hi, Sylvia Leando. Hi, Sylvia Leando. Hi, Jessica. How are you? 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 Great. The rain was awesome today. Have fun driving in it, though. All right.
Hello,
Great. The rain was awesome.
Hi. Welcome to and Soozie's Easy Learning Live. Right there we are. How are you? Use it. And Soozie's Easy Learning Live.
We need to make sure everyone can hear us well.
How are you?
All right, so please let us know at any time if we're difficult to hear. We want to make sure that you guys have a great experience with this webinar. You'll notice you have the live chat going on the side. Make sure you type in any questions or comments in there. We'll be sure to address them as we go. With this webinar, there is about 20 to 30-second delay. So that little awkward pause and things like that, or you ask a question, that's what that's going to be right there. We do have the sign up for you. The link is posted right there. Make sure you click in there to sign in. And then you will also have a sign out at the end of the session as well. We'll just ask a couple of reflective questions for you, and you'll be good to go.
Okay, right now, as you're listening to us, please chat and tell us how we sound. Okay? Hi, do I sound okay?
So we got a comment there that we're repeating over and over. Did that stop, or is everyone okay with that?
Okay. Hi, do I sound okay?
So we got a comment there that we're repeating over and over. Did that stop? All right, so we're going to go ahead and click through. Let's see. If the sound is good, can y'all let us know, please, by typing that in? So we're going to go ahead and click through.
Is your sound off?
If the sound is good, can y'all let us know?
Sound is off. We got those unplugged. It almost sounds as if we are picking up someone's speaker. All of our, it almost sounds as if we are picking up someone's speaker. Okay, there could be some technical difficulties. We do have all of our sound off. So I'm not sure what that is. There could be some technical difficulties. We so apologize. Anything better now? So I'm not sure what that is. Okay. There could be some technical difficulties. We so apologize.
All right, so are we ready to get started?
So I'm not
check.
Sure what
I'll check.
Okay. Still repeating. Some people are saying that they hear us okay, and some still say we're repeating. We're going to try to just push on through because we're not sure what that issue is. Still say we're repeating. We're going to try to just push on through because and let me ask you this, is the repeating bad? Can you hear what we're saying? We're going to try to just push on through. And let me ask you this, is the repeating bad?
All right, so we're going to get started. Okay, we're going to get started. Okay, so when you go into Google Classroom, there's been a couple of updates. What you can do now is you can slide your tiles around and you can organize them however you'd like to. This is a nice little feature, especially with the pushed Google Classrooms that we have now that are being pushed from Little Sis. So you should have a classroom that says 1718. Make sure that you accept all those classrooms if you haven't already. Those are the ones that the district has pushed out to you. So you'll want to make sure you have those. Let's see. Another thing as far as Google Classroom housekeeping is to make sure that you archive all of your old classes. Any classes that you have been in before that you no longer need, you want to click on the three dots and you want to archive them. I'm just going to archive this one.
And what that's going to do is on the child view, because a little story, when first, second, third, fourth, on up, go into classroom for the very first time for that year, they always scream out and say, oh, there's my last year's teacher. And the teacher's probably thinking maybe we need to do some housekeeping to remove those kids from that classroom so that it kind of keeps the kids organized. Because if the teacher doesn't archive, then the kids are going to be in all of these classrooms and it's confusing for them. So the way to do it is just simply, once again, clicking the three dots on your tile. Did we say those were tiles? Those are tiles. And you're going to select, you don't have to do it, the three dots and archive. Super easy. Now, where does archive go? You don't have to do it.
So right up here at the top on the three lines, if you scroll down all the way to the bottom, you'll see archived classes. You'll click there, and this is where all of your archived classrooms go to live, right in here.
And once you do that, then it removes it from the child's view. And you can kind of notice it has this grid over it so you can see. But it is still active, actually. All of your assignments and things are still there. It just removes it from the child view as well. But it is still active, actually. All of your assignments and things are still there. Now, going back over here by the archive, you have these three lines, and we went all the way down, right? All the way down. Let's check out this setting button. Get rid of that. We're going to get this setting button. And this is a big question that a lot of people have is, I have all these email notifications. Well, normally I want to get my new email notifications. But if you're in many classrooms or you have a classroom that you don't want to get email notifications, you can't do it. Google hasn't set that up for us yet. So right here on email notifications, it's kind of a one thing. That's all. It removes the email notifications from all of your classrooms. So it's a one thing, and it does it for all of your classrooms. If you will do us a favor later on when you have time, go to the settings and right down here there is a question mark. And if you click here, it says send feedback. And Google seriously looks at this feedback because they want the best experience for you as the teacher. And so if you'll write them a little description and tell them, could we please make each classroom independent of its own email notifications? So this classroom may want to have email notifications turned on, but this one I don't. So it would be great. Good differentiation for the teachers, right? We need that. So again, that's on your three dots way at the bottom, settings and email notifications, right there. And then there's a little question mark. I'm going to go all the way back up to classrooms, and there's our tiles. Right there.
All right, and just a little organization tip, especially if you're using the synced classrooms from the district, is especially a lot of our secondary classes that have the co-lab kids, you're going to see a lot of different groups of students for one period. One thing that you can do is you can color code these all the same color. That way, organization-wise, like you could have sixth period all be green, right up here at the top. And then, of course, again, you can move your tiles to kind of organize them and make it a
them all green, Lizzy?
We will show you as we go in. Okay, so we're going to click on this classroom right here. And how you would want to make those all the same color. Right here, when you click on select theme, you can go in and pick any of these default patterns that they've given to you. You can pick any of them. You can also go to patterns if you'd like.
Oh, I like the patterns. That's a good one.
Patterns are good. Okay. And you can select your class theme right there. And then it'll update for you.
Oh, I like the patterns. That's a good one.
All right. And then, so what we want to talk about here are just some of the basics of Google Classroom. One of the very first things is announcements versus assignments. So where that is right here on the bottom right in the plus sign. We have announcements and assignments. Anytime you want students to turn anything into you, you want to create an assignment. This one right here. Announcements, that's just general information that you're going to get out to the kids if there's a change in schedule, or maybe you guys are making a surprise visit to the computer lab, then that's when you want to use create announcement.
And that's a thing, it's a preference in how you're really speaking with your students. Many times in elementary, announcements may not be for you because you are verbally telling your students what you need them to do, and parents may not be in the classroom to get any type of announcement like that. And creating an announcement for middle school and high school might be more effective for you because you don't see your students every day. I mean, all day. So you have 1 hour to tell them, telling them your assignment and giving them information that they need. But later on, you might want to create the announcement. So that may be something effective for middle school and high school. Again, it's a preference. So many teachers now are working with Seesaw, Class Dojo. Those are their forms of announcements that the parents are really receiving from them. So again, an announcement is your preference. Let's actually, though, look at what an announcement looks like when you create it. Type something in there. We're just going to do a really quick one, and we'll show you the difference. Just in case you've never done an announcement, we'll show you what it looks like. Type something in there. We're just going to do a really quick one, and we'll show you the difference. Just in case you've never done an announcement, we'll show you what it looks like. Okay, and we're not going to add, you can add a link or anything like that, so we're going to post it, and that's what it looks like. It's just a simple little announcement, nothing big, just that's the way it looks like. Okay, I'm going to stop for just a second because we have a question. This question is from Miss Mengi, and she says, just to be clear, the original teacher needs to archive. I can't archive a student's class from their class the previous year. Right. And that is exactly right. We're fixing to get into that question. So great question. We're going to get to it in just a second. Great question. Love them. Keep them coming. We're fixing to get into that question. Yeah, right? Dana, the patterns are really cool. I forget the patterns, too. And later on, towards the end of our session tonight, we'll give you a little freebie of how to create a unique header for your classroom using Canva. So right now, we've looked at announcement.
So now we're going to take a look at the assignment portion. So this is just a basic understanding of how assignment works. So we're going to create assignment. So now we're going to right here, the very first thing, and it's an easy one to overlook when you first post an assignment, you can go in and you can select all of the classes that you would like to post this assignment to right here. So you do not have to go back and click over and over again on any of these. So I'm just going to put it on parent test right now. You can select certain students. So if you have a group of students that are going to receive the audio recording for a test, or if you have a group of students that are all going to research a different topic, you can assign based on students right in here. So it's a great way to DI in Google Classroom. You always have to have a title for your assignment. So I'm just going to put in one really quick here. Let's see. Comparing.
Okay, I'm going to jump in really quick right here. For middle school, excellent title. For elementary school, especially like kinder and first that are starting to use it, we always tell them at the beginning, if it's like the first assignment, to put number 1, depending on where you are, number 1, number 2. So then when the kinders first and the lower levels try to find that assignment, it's a little bit easier. Okay, everybody go to number 1 or go to number 2. It's a little bit easier for them to find it.
You know, that is nice too, because in your Google Classroom folder that it creates, it's going to automatically put them in order too. So that is a very nice procedure to use when you're doing
yeah, and we're going to get into the classroom folder in just a minute as well.
So right in here, you want to type in your instructions. So any instructions that you have, especially with secondary students, what we like to tell them is if the students are adding a link, or if they're going to be adding a Google Doc or a Google Slide because you didn't provide a template for them, you always want to use that same verbiage, like add or create, like you want to use those words in there. For due date, you're able to select. If you want to leave it no due date, you can, but you can open it up. You can put in the calendar exactly when you want it. If you want to put time, you can put time in there. But you'll click that. This is new, fairly new, a new feature where you can go in and select what type of topic this is. So if you want to create a topic like projects, so this will be easy for you to go back and for you to look at if you need to go through your assignment.
You know, Lizzy, is that almost like a tag on like, what do we tag? Facebook things sometimes, Twitter maybe. We tag it, and then we can go back. It kind of organizes it for us, right?
It makes it much easier to find later on. So you can select that. If it's your daily warm-ups, you can put warm-ups. If it's lab work, you can put in their labs. So
science, math, whatever you have.
Whatever unit you're working on, anything like that. It's just going to make it easier for you to search for. Now, down here at the bottom is where you can put attachments. And the one in particular that I'd like to show you is the Google Drive option. So you can select from your Google Drive, and look at all our Easy Learning Live things right there. Let's say, for instance, I'm going to use this magnetic poetry one. Even though I said I was comparing self, I will add this assignment. And do not forget this, because
that's a big one. I always go, warning, warning. Check this part right here.
Okay, so here's your option. Students can view files. That means you only want them to look at it. You only want them to read it.
And everybody will be on the same file. Like, everybody's going to be there, but they can't do anything to it.
They can't change it, nothing like that. Students can edit files. This is the caution one, because you're going to have all of your students on this one document that they can go in and they can change.
It will be mayhem. It will be craziness.
Yes. And if you're looking to do that, like you want to do a group slide project or something like that where every student has
like when would I use that? So like a Google slide and, okay, Lizzy, I want you to go to slide 1. Susan, you go to 2, and you can assign the slide numbers, and they can be collaborating with each other. So that is a useful piece, and you know, just the collab part.
Yeah. And then, so that's the students can edit file, and then make a copy for each student. So this is where each and every student is going to have their own document set up for them. It is going to be a template that they can go in there, they can change, and it's just belongs to them. So make a copy for each student. Now you can only do this with Google products. So Google Docs, Google Slides, Google Sheets, that's the only way you can make a copy for each student. Word documents are not going to work, so Microsoft Word, PowerPoint, you're not going to be able to make a copy for each student.
What's that other one that was, where everybody would create their newsletters? Oh, I can't think of it. Oh my goodness. Publisher. Yeah. Oh, you can't do Publisher.
Right.
So
you gotta try. So if you're wondering like how to go in and how to convert those, get with your tech coach because your tech coach can help you with that. We'll make a copy for each student. And then over here, the nice feature, you can assign it right then and there. You can schedule it for later.
I love it. This is fairly new, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. So you can go in here, pick a date and time for it to be released. Because, you know, some students, when they get that notification on their phone that there's an assignment in there for a secondary kiddo.
Yeah, our kinders have that problem. They get these notifications on their phone. They're like, oh, Mom and Dad, I have an assignment due.
Right, exactly. So, you know, they'll get that assignment and then they'll start working on it and then they're done. So you might want to have to schedule it. And then, of course, you can always just save it as a draft. So you can go in there and save it and later release it when you're ready.
And and then you go ahead and assign. I was just going to talk while you were doing that. Sometimes topics don't make sense. When I'm doing classes and I'm trying to explain a topic, sometimes people look at me like, what do you mean by the topics? And I'm like, well, it's a tag. Well, what's a tag? Well, sometimes it doesn't really make sense until you have a whole bunch of stuff. Like right now, we don't have a whole bunch, and like here, you didn't put any tags on them. Maybe we'll go back. But what will happen is right here is where the topics are. If I click projects, then only projects that I've tagged projects will show up. So sometimes people get a little confused with the topics. What does that mean? And then as soon as we add more, like let's add a couple more maybe. What's this one? I'm sorry. This one right here. Let's go back in and click the three dots and edit. And let's add a tag to that, or a topic. So what can we name that one? Just like news article, or just article.
Daily work.
Daily work. Okay. And we'll go save, and it puts it right here, and it also puts it in your topic list. So then if I have another assignment, I can assign it daily work, projects, math, science, whatever. Click it, and then just those will come up. It actually works really great for your students. As they get used to working with Google Classroom, they'll see this link right here, and they'll see them here, and they can click here or here. Okay, so that is topics, and that's an assignment. So what have we done now? We've done announcements, we've done assignments. Let's look at questions. So how many have used the question feature? I think it's one of the simplest of all is the question, but one of the most effective. You know, I love the question feature. I kind of did a little dance when I saw that this was a new feature. So I guess we'll go number 2, and let's type in who were the main characters in this novel? And let's type in and then I could say list some of their character traits. And then I could say list and you're ready to go. You are ready to go for the next day. You can select the topic. And maybe you want to make this one. Maybe let's make a new one. Let's go questions, fun. No. What do we want to name that? Question, fun, questions. Let's go. You can also add a YouTube video if you want them to watch this video before they answer the question. So it could be a video about Helen Keller. I know we were studying that earlier this week with some first grade students. So you can just type that in. I would preview the video first. We don't have to now.
Not an 89-minute video.
No. Well, they could do that one. They could totally watch that one at home. Maybe not the one in class, but that could totally be an assignment for at home. Here's a great one. And so you'll just click add. Maybe not the one in class. And so I can say, maybe go back in the instructions, watch the video first. However you want to, you'll just click create it. Maybe not the one in class. And so I can say, maybe go back in the instructions, watch the video first. And then down at the bottom, you'll see there's short answer, which most of the time people use that. But there is a multiple choice feature if you want to have specific answers that you want them to choose. Another default is students can reply to each other. We do want that. That is a great collaboration, creative thinking. You have your 21st century where they're communicating with each other. Very, very important to do. Students can edit answers. That is a preference. Sometimes teachers will turn that off because they might say, Lizzy, I need you to go back and fix this answer. Maybe you don't want them. They just default it turned off. Again, up to you. You can add links and another document if you need to. And then we're ready to ask. Again, you can drop down and see schedule or save as a draft. I think we're ready to go. And there is my lesson. I can do it on Chromebooks. I'm ready if I'm taking my students to the computer lab, and also on the iPad. So now we're getting down to the part where we can reuse a post. Oh, but you know what? Let's talk about questions just one more time. The great thing about question is when you're asking the question and the kids click on it, it's not going to show here in the teacher mode, but the students only see their response. So they're not able to see anybody else until they post their answer. Why? We don't want them to look it up. We want them to give their unique answer, and we want them to be able to make a good answer to their question. And then when they totally turn it in, then there's a button that says See Classmate Answers. When they click that, it will have a nice, beautiful stream or thread, and they can go in and comment with each other. Now, this is also a moment of any of this Google Classroom is to speak about digital citizenship. We want to talk about what are the correct things, what are good things to say to each other. Maybe have positive comment charts in your classroom. How do I speak to someone in a kind way? If I'm not sure what I want to say, I may need to discuss it with my teacher, because remember, the teacher is the ruler of this whole classroom. She can delete them, and we'll have a conversation with the child. So that is a great digital citizenship moment to speak kindly to each other. All right, are you ready for reuse post?
Okay. So right over here on the bottom, again, the plus sign, reusing post. And this is so nice. If you have a project from last year that was awesome, it had so many steps and links and templates for the kids, you can actually go back in and reuse those. So any of them that you like, you can go back in. You can click on them. It'll have the option here, create new copies of all attachments. So I'm going to save this one right here, my PBL lesson plan. That's the one I really like. And I can click reuse. And then what it'll do is it'll automatically, all of the links, all of my instructions, my directions, my topics, all of it automatically comes in.
Yay! You know, when I'm teaching this with teachers, they seriously scream out. Yeah, what? They're like, what? You're kidding. I don't have to redo it.
So it's great. It's a great teacher to have. So right in here, again, remember if you need to add it to multiple classes, click on that tab, please, and select the class you would like to add it to. Okay? So right in here, again.
Now, Lizzy, you did say that I could take this from an archived classroom.
Yes. You can take it from an archived classroom as well, so you can still keep your dashboard nice and clean.
Now, Lizzy, you did say that I could take this from an archived classroom.
Yes. So, and then it's the basic setup as an assignment right in here. Everything's ready to go. If you need to make any changes, you can, but we're going to keep this one.
And say, oh, you know, I did so great on this assignment last year, but you know what? I could have done better by adding a link to a website or a video to add that would have been more effective for them to use. So those are, again, a preference for you, how you want to add something. I might needed to add maybe a little video of myself saying, don't forget to do this, or whatever. So don't forget that it gives you that last option to do any edit that you'd like to make to it.
Okay, and Denise Carr just asked, can you show us how to take this from an archived classroom? It's just the same way, how you would go in.
You want to delete that one?
Yeah, let me
just
go ahead and just
or sign it or whatever. Okay, so here we go. We're going to do it from an archive.
Okay, so I'm going to go back right here.
You want to delete that one?
Because
or sign it or whatever. Okay, so here we go.
They are at the very...
You see these right here that all say archived? Those are the ones I can grab from. So I can choose, let's say it's this GT science class. I'm going to click on this one. You see these right here?
What?
Yes, they're all there.
Yeah.
So even announcements as well. So even announcements are on there.
Even questions, everything that you did in that classroom.
So I can grab it and they're all there. And then it'll set it up like the assignment, and I can make my adjustments and my add-ons.
Even questions, everything that you did in that classroom.
Yeah, so good question. A little recap. Make sure that you are in the new classroom that you want to bring in old stuff from. I had one teacher that she's like, I'm having some problems, and she was looking at her old classroom trying to reuse a post to her new classroom. So she kind of had it backwards. You need to be in the new classroom where you want your new stuff, or old stuff to come from. So be in your new classroom, reuse post.
You need to be in
all right.
the new classroom.
So any questions?
You're welcome, Denise Carr.
All right. One more thing with assignments that I want to add is when you're doing a Google form. A lot of our teachers now are using Google Forms for quizzes, especially because they automatically grade. If you're really interested in that, get with your tech coach. Your tech coach can help you with that. But how you want to put this in, because I was doing it incorrectly. So
I didn't know this either, so we learned together. Yeah.
So create an assignment, because again, you're wanting students to turn something back into you. So when they're turning something back into you, you want to create an assignment. So right in here, select whatever classes you would like to add this to. Okay. Whatever students, but put your title in there. So we'll say 3. It's gonna be
You're gonna like number all your assignments now, aren't you?
So this is gonna be a quiz, and then I'm just gonna put in the form. Now, the thing that I was doing incorrectly before is I would add the Google form as a link right in here. What you actually want to do is you want to add it from your Google Drive. And the reason why you want to do this is because when the students hit submit, it'll automatically submit, turn in the grade for them. Yes. Because then you're not going to see, and I think it's more of kind of an organization piece for the kiddos, but you're not going to see 4 completed, 23 missing. Like, as they hit submit, it's going to automatically turn it in for them. So you'll want to pull it from your Google Drive. So we're just going to use this one.
Yeah, that's our sign-in sheet. How about that?
Okay. And then you'll go in there, of course, same thing. You can put your topics in there as you want, but you'll want to click Apply.
Yeah, that's our
sign-in sheet. And then this way, when students complete this, they'll be able to submit it, and then it
turn
will
in at the
automatically,
same time,
and it'll say done for them, all in one step.
Yeah, and then what you see is your view responses in sheets. Love that. So you just go click, and it, as a teacher, and it automatically opens up, I believe, in your sheet. Oh, that's okay. Oh, okay. Do it one more time, because like that sheet, and this is what was the one we did last year, and we could see everybody that was in there. So beautiful. Do it one more time, because like that sheet.
All right, so we want to open up the spot now just for any questions that you have.
Because what we want to do is, now we've done it on your computer, on your laptop computer. We've shown you some updates and things, and what we're going to do is we're going to let you have a second to ask any other questions here you have. We're going to switch over to our iPad. Hi, we're going to switch over to the iPad view because we have a lot of questions about how that works. To our iPad. Hi, we're going to switch over to the iPad view because we have a lot of questions about how that works.
That are available to you on the iPad.
Hi, we're going to switch over to the
iPad. If you have no questions, go ahead and type that in.
About how that works.
That are available to you on the iPad.
Now, all right, let's see what we got. Any questions? No questions. We're such good teachers, right? Is that right? No questions? All right. All right. Let's see what we While she's getting that coming up here, I just want to, again, thank you guys for joining in, and tell a friend next time. While she's getting that, bring a friend. So we're going to do the mirroring thing. You know, that is so much fun. We love it. Tell a friend next time. Takes just a second. Bring a friend. You got to minimize it. And then we're going to go mirroring. And here we go. Tell a friend next time. Takes just a second. Bring a friend. You got to minimize it. And then we're going to go mirroring. Okay. Here we go. Oh, you're so funny. Yes, good teachers. Okay, so right there's the mirroring. Yay, it's working. Do we need to switch to our iPads, or may we continue on our laptops? Denise Carr, that is up to you. Whatever you would like to do, if you just want to sit back. Are y'all guys in your PJs? We're in our PJs. And whatever you're comfortable with, if you just want to sit back and watch, it's totally up to you. You can do what you like. And whatever you're comfortable with, if you just want to sit back and watch, it's totally up to you. You can do what you like.
The same things we're doing, that's fine.
Yeah. Denise Carr, you're still at school. What? I know, girl. I get you for sure. Yeah. All right. We do it for the kid. It's great. Denise Carr, you're still at school. What? I know, girl. I get you. Okay. For sure. Think we're ready. So now we're going to show you a couple of things because, oh my goodness, 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade teachers, what are y'all getting? What are y'all getting? What are y'all getting? 4 new iPads for your classroom, and they're coming like in the next few weeks.
Nice.
So exciting. So, as you have these iPads in your classroom, we want to go over a couple of things about how to log in and out because it's AUP policy. It can't be on under any other account. So this should be standard procedure, best practices for kids to do as they are logging in and out. So here's what we're going to do. We're already logged in. We're going to show them how to log out. Here we go.
So you're going to tap on the 3 lines up at the top left.
Here's what we're going to do.
Okay. You'll see here the student account. We're going to tap on the 3 So we'll tap on the little triangle here. We want to go to Manage Account. See here and then right here, Manage, top right. And then the students will actually remove their account name from there. I'm not going to do it, so but what they would do is tap there. So that's how they need to sign out, which is even too tedious for our secondary kids to remember. So it's an important teach piece to have.
And let me just tell you, I have created a video for my teachers. I know that other coaches have as well. And I'm going to be sending out, and then my Check This Out Friday email on Friday. Once again, I know that other coaches will be sending out just a quick little video. It's super easy. Show the video to your kids. We'll talk like we're talking to the kids. Hi, boys and girls. This is how you log out. Super easy. Let's do it one more time. Show the video to your kids. We'll talk like we're talking.
So once again, it's those 3 lines.
This is how you log out.
You would tap on the triangle right by your name. Manage account.
Yeah.
And then we're going to go ahead and log it out. Manage again. And then we would remove the account. Manage account.
And that's it. Now, you see there's another one. We're not going to remove that secretary person. No. But there could be other students listed, and you would want to remove them. If another child is in there, sometimes they're listed. You just remove them all. It should be cleared every time. There could be other students listed, and you would want to remove them. Okay. Sometimes they're listed. So go to cancel for a sec. Sorry. And then close. Okay, and then just double click and close. Yeah, close the whole thing. Sorry. Okay, so now here's what kids would do. They would tap on their Google Classroom app. Just double click and close. Yeah. And they're just going to click add an account. Now here's what kids would do. They would tap on their Google Classroom app. And then of course we're going through the login process. And they're just going to click add an account. But it's okay. It's okay. Go ahead. It's fine for now. We're going to change our login account information. Not sure how to blur that, but okay. Don't look. We're going to change our login. Yeah. It's oh no, you do it here. Oh, I'm sorry. Here. Yeah, we're going to do that just for a second because we're going to log in. There we go. Don't worry. We don't want you to see our login information. I'm sorry. AUP policy. Just for a second. Because we're going to log in. There we go. Don't worry. We don't want you to see our login information. I'm sorry. AUP policy. Okay. And we're back in successfully.
Yeah. Nice.
So it's that, when they do it on the iPad, anything, it's their full email address, S number, 4x4.
So one thing that we want to show you,
when they do it on the iPad, anything, it's their full email address. Yeah, so we did the login. Okay.
All right. One of the things that we want to show you is when students go on the iPads or on their devices.
Yeah.
I'm going to go into this classroom where I am a student. One of the things that we want to show you let's go to this assignment. On the iPads or on their devices. I'm going to go into this classroom where I am a student.
Is that the one?
And
it's the one of the attachments.
Right here. Okay, so we're going to go into this new Zella article.
It's a link. Go back. Sorry. I'm sorry.
Okay, so we're going to go into this new Zella
No,
article.
Sorry. That may not be the classroom. Is that the classroom? Go back. Sorry. I'm sorry. There it is. Okay, sorry about that.
Okay, so as a student, I'm coming in here and I have a Google slide presentation that I need to look at. When I tap on this to open it up,
I'm there.
Yeah, I'm in here, but I can't do anything. I'm not able to text. I'm not able to write. So the reason why, it's just a little image that's in there. The reason why is because I am not in Google Slides. I need to get into Google Slides. And so what I have to do is tap on this little icon right here to open this up in Google Slides so that I can edit. So I tap there.
And that's going to open what? What's that going to open, everybody? The Google Slides app.
Right in there. So now I'm able to go in here and I can start typing text and
that's going to open what?
Images
What's that
going to
open, everybody?
So that's an important piece to teach the students is to tap on that icon.
Now, I'm going to give a little suggestion here that kinder through second, this is not going to be an easy thing for them. I would not use the iPad, Google Classroom with them. I just wouldn't, because when you're using the Google Slides app, it's a great app, love it, but it doesn't do all the things that the PC website Google Slides gives you. And things are in different places, and it's a little bit harder to maneuver. Middle school, 4th, 5th can grasp it. Middle school, high school, not a problem. But there's things that you're not going to be able to do in the Google Slides app as you would on the computer. So for little ones, not a recommendation.
All right, so to get back to classroom, you'll notice on the top left, right here, that's where the students used to tap to go back into classroom. And they would just hit the X, and then they'd be able to go back in there that way. You'll notice on the top left, right here, that's where the students used to tap to go back into classroom.
This is one thing that we showed during our iTeach last year. It was so much fun. I miss iTeach. It was a lot of fun. But one of the things that we showed everybody is in the Google Classroom app. We kind of showed this when we were doing notes. That one was that weird one. Go back and go back out again. There you go. And it is in that view mode. Kind of showed this when we were doing notes. That one was that weird one. Go back and go back out again. There you go. And it is in that view mode. Was it the test class? Okay. Okay. Oops, sorry. No worries. Okay. That one was one I thought. That one? Yeah, there we go. No worries. That should be fine. There you go. Sorry about that.
All right. So right in here, the student's first instinct, of course, if they want to edit or anything, is to click on that pencil. This is what happens when you click on the pencil. So right in here, the student's first instinct, of course, if they want to edit.
Edit is disabled. What? We have a little boo-boo right here. Not sure. Edit is disabled. But if you remember, that pencil just lets you scribe on top of that. It is no way editing the if you remember that the PowerPoint, the Google Slides, but it just lets them take notes on top of it in the view form. So not sure why that was acting crazy there, but it just right, one more time. Okay, interesting. Not seen that. Also, it should be there for the teacher as well. Okay.
One thing I want to add on here too, with the adding attachments, what's nice about this on the iPad and student mobile devices, like not only can they add items from their drive, a link, a photo, but they can also use the camera.
Let's do a camera one right now.
Really fun one right
Let's
there.
do it. Let's do it.
From their drive,
Oh, let's switch it around. Oh.
but they can also use the camera.
Let's do a camera one right now. That's my standard one.
Use photo. And then you can automatically upload it right in there.
You saw her behind the screens there.
So you can automatically upload that image right away straight from here. So that's a nice piece to have. You'll also notice new PDF. And that new PDF is also going to have that drawing feature on it, where you can go in and select pens and things like that.
Love that.
Nice.
Yes.
And then the
great taking notes piece.
And then it adds it on there as a PDF too. So that's not something that they can use on the Chromebook or the laptop, but specific for their devices and for the iPads. And then it adds it on there as a PDF too. So that's not something that.
So we're gonna take some questions. What are some major questions that you have that you've been thinking about as we've been going through this housekeeping and update? This will be on this link you'll have, and you can go back and refer to this link if you'd like to see some of the things that maybe you missed. Here we are. Hi. And yay, iPads. That's right, Miss Castagnon. And so we are now going to take some questions. while we're taking some questions, I am going to be sending you the sign out sheet. It's about 10 till right now. And on this sign out sheet, this is our proof. This is what the ERO ladies want us to do because it is our proof because we don't see you in person. We don't get those signatures. So this is our proof for you to show proof that you've attended this class. So that's why we have to do it at the beginning and at the end. So now I'm going to send you the sign out sheet. And on this sign out sheet, it's going to have a little bit of feedback for us. So we're going to give you a few minutes to fill that out. So here I go. Boom, boom. So we're going to give you a few minutes
for the audio issue.
That out.
We're really going to work to figure that one out.
Here I go. Boom, boom.
So we're trying to troubleshoot that and figure out what happened with the audio issue.
Yeah, we are so sorry about that, and kind of glad it's just our little group. But remember, we are going to be creating a list for the rest of the year, probably for the upcoming online classes. You know, the little survey that we sent out to everybody, and looking at what most people wanted. Do you happen to have that over there? Just a look. One of the questions that we asked was, what was the time that you guys preferred to have these online sessions? Because I think they're most effective. I love taking them at home as well. But one of them was we asked, do you like it on a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday? That was not a problem. People didn't mind. Either day was fine. Then we asked some times, and the times were 4 to 5, 4:30 to 5:30, 6 to 7, and 7 to 8. And the almost landslide, well, about half, well, that's not a landslide, but most selected 4 to 5. So we are going to honor that for this time being, I guess, for the next, few times. We are going to do it from 4 to 5. And the next time that people liked was 7 to 8. We will try to honor that as well. That was about how many, we'll sprinkle that in there. That was a 37% or something like that people liked again. But mostly they like the 4 to 5. I think that as soon as you get back in your classroom, you've dropped your kids off, you're kind of settled, and you're maybe still working like a couple of you people like Miss Carr. And so you can just be in your classroom and listen to our lessons that way. So I think that the upcoming ones we'll go ahead and have from 4 to 5, and we'll let you know the date. And what we also want from you is to tell a friend to say, hey, join this. It's super easy. We send you a link, click, 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 and we do some chat. So, okay? Say, hey, join this. It's super easy. We send you a link, click, 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 and we do some chat. So, okay? Hey, join this. It's super easy. We send you a link, click, 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 and we do some chat. I think, let's see here. We had Jessica from Franklin. Yay, Jessica! We had Lisa, our new academic coordinator for middle school and high school. My coordinator, Dana Bickley. Hey, Dana, thank you for joining us. Sylvia Leando, the reading specialist at Morella. Hey, I just saw you all ago at Seesaw. We had a good time there. Bonnie Hernandez, she is at GOM, 5th grade. Julie Zor, I'm so sorry, Julie. Okay, wait a minute. Zorovic, is that right? I'm sorry, it's Zorovic. Hi, Julie, how are you? And she's at Henderson. And Denise Carr, Nora Jean, hi Nora, and Daniel. Hey, they're from Hoffman, and Nora's from GOM. So we thank you guys so much for joining us. And any other questions that you have, you can give us some last minute moments. Thank you for another great session. Yay! Yay, yay, yay. And Don't forget, everybody needs to fill out. Not everybody has filled it out yet. So don't forget, if you do not fill out this sign-out sheet, I cannot give you credit. We cannot give you credit. So please make sure that you sign out. There's a few people that have not done that. So we're going to wait just a second here. And any other questions that you have? Love Google Classroom. Need any help? Ask your tech coach. We're here for you. Anything that we can do for you. We are here. So I guess we're going to conclude this edition of Easy Learning Live with Soozie. Learn it. I guess we're going to conclude. Use it. Bye, everybody. Good night. With Soozie. Learn it. I guess we're going to conclude. Use it. Bye, everybody. Good. I think they can still do it. Good night. With Soozie. Yeah.